Welcome to the ULI Podcast, the podcast where we are ready for a holly jolly Christmas. I'm Brian.
This Chris.
It's for Pothead Sir D's.
They say it's the best time of the year, is what they say. And we in that season, and we back again, like every other week, ready to kick that shit, ready to have a good time, talk about, you know, this world we living in, you know, with topics we saw out there that really got our juices going in this holiday season. You see, Brian was really in the mood. Well, I was gonna give props to his sex. He said I was disrespectful in the cold open. Look at the festivities, man. He went all out. They say it's the best season, so we're gonna give y'all the energy, apparently. And yeah, we bring in the topics, which are I'm gonna do some NBA talk. You know what I'm saying? Ben Simmons and his continuing drought.
And if my mic doesn't give out on me, sorry y'all. I'm gonna talk about Brittany Renner and her ratchet ass. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, and I guess I'm gonna be touching on the topic of, is it okay for little boys to get kitchen sets as kids?
Which was a surprisingly controversial topic over the week.
Didn't I even realize it was gonna be that controversial?
Me either. And we didn't say our brother Maury, you know, isn't with us. He had some work stuff he had to do. Shout out to Maury, J Will, whatever his thing is, I forget to. Put it in there. There it is.
And there you go. Yeah, J
Mac Money. All of his personalities when they show up. And every other week when we see the BS in them topics that we mentioned, we're going to call them out. They come with the shot. That come with the $10 cash app, 805 entertainment, the whole word, and also the stay ready push-ups, because we going on a boat.
Going on a boat.
Going on a boat.
Boats and hoes. Gotta have me my boats and hoes. Stupid. Let's get into it, y'all. I love that movie. Oh my God, it's so awesome.
Anyway,
I'd rather watch Elf. Can we get back in the holiday season?
I'd rather it's still It's good. It's a classic, though. It has become a Christmas classic. But, yeah, anyway.
Not like Santa Claus.
Y'all ready to get in there? Let's get it.
I suppose so. All right.
Let's waste no time.
All right, I'll go first. So I saw an interesting post on the Shade Room. Shout out Shade Room on Instagram. I get a lot of my drama fixes from them.
The mess.
The messy shit. But I came across a post that sparked a elaborate discussion on my Facebook that I wasn't expecting. It was this post that says,
and of course, we'll put the post in.
Gifting your son a kitchen set is not the move. Basically saying that's gay. What y'all think? And it was a girl that said, if you get your kid a kitchen set, keep him away from mine because that don't fly or some shit like that.
A male kid specifically.
Yeah,
right?
a boy.
If you get a boy,
your son. It said, if you get your son a kitchen set, keep him away from mine because that's shit.
Interesting.
So I posted on my Facebook and says, my child, if I, Lord willing and Lord forbid, I have one. If I have a son, he will be getting a kitchen set if he wants one. That's my prerogative as a parent. But the post said my son will, and a few people got on and started to comment, and I really was surprised to see.
Oh, you was here during the live thread, huh?
he had his own one.
I was surprised to see the views on that, and I'm thinking this 2021. Surely we are not still tied up by this kitchen sets are for girls and Tonka toys are for boys type of deal. Like, surely we not.
We still hate black people.
My
we for
surprise.
sure got that stereotype.
It's still alive. It's still alive and well. And I mean, I want to read some of these responses because it's just interesting to me that we still have this mindset. A response to that is, y'all niggas needs to say, in y'all sons' lives, for some strange reason, these single mothers think it's okay to buy their son kitchen sets. What, they ran out of toolbox sets? Coming from niggas who I guarantee you to this day can't fix two things in their motherfucking house with a tool set. And this is coming from somebody who can build a house. I can build my own house.
Some probably can. Yeah, there's probably a lot of dudes that don't know how to use tools. Yeah, that's definitely a thing.
Are you done for a minute, or is there more?
He's reading some of the.
I'm willing to die on the hill of not buying my son a kitchen set. I don't care. He can get something like this, and it's a bar set.
That's a male
for
too.
Kids. This is a boy.
I mean, a guy. Yeah.
This is a female. She said, if a kitchen set is too domestic for your son, then give him a cash register so he can learn how to focus on that paper. Because Lord knows he'll need a lot of it to get the hell away from you.
Are these black women doing these comments? I'm just asking.
The majority is black women and black dudes.
Black men, right? Okay.
This one black dude. He said, again,
this baby's getting millions of views and...
Again, you still don't get it. It's the principle of the matter, not the kitchen set. I wouldn't buy my young son a kitchen set the same as I wouldn't buy my young daughter a tool set. You did all that talking and tweeting and still missed the point. I think bro still missed the point. If my daughter wants a tool set, why would the fuck I not get her a tool set?
Exactly.
I don't get it. So I don't know. The conversation, it got wild. There's a bunch of different mixed feedback.
Well, the first thing I'll say is that I have a son. We bought him a kitchen set. He wasn't interested, and that was the end of that. That was it. He didn't really care for it. It was one toy like any other. I have 2 daughters. I bought a kitchen set. They're interested. I mean, it's nothing gender-based. They just enjoyed it more than he did. And, yeah, Chris's son. Yeah. When he comes over, I think Chris's son has a kitchen set at home.
Not
like the one that we have right now,
or as in the picture that they had. It was kind of similar to one of those. Like it's a nice.
The one in the picture was the one Brian had.
But when he comes over here, he loves it.
He loves it.
He loves to cook.
Another thing I will say is that most famous chefs are male.
It's a male-driven industry.
So what the fuck? Where are you getting that from? Where are you getting that gender discrepancy from? The most famous cooks in the world are men. And this little nigga is showing himself to be interested in cooking at a very, very young age. That means he's probably a prodigy.
You could probably even say highest paid chefs in the world.
I don't care what he ends up being when he grows up. I don't care what his sexual orientation is. When a child that young shows an interest in something, you cultivate it.
Foster it, yeah.
Because it doesn't matter. They're going to find either fulfillment or success.
So this
or get over it too.
Go ahead.
So it's interesting in that frame. This dude on my Facebook did respond, saying, "Then you might as well buy your son a Barbie doll if he wants to be a fashion designer or some shit like that." Basically trying to say, if you buy him kids, say you might as well buy him a Barbie doll, not to have a thoughtful conversation, but to say you might as well treat him like a girl. You might as well, yeah. So that's to me it's disingenuous. But one of my other partners responded and said, "Well, why not? If that's what he wants,
I'm not gonna lie. I would reluctantly buy my son a Barbie doll, but I do it if he asked for it and it was for it. He's interested.
How is that?
Hold on. How far off is a Barbie doll than an action figure?
It doesn't matter.
Or a mannequin.
It doesn't matter.
Or how that? Yeah, like it really doesn't. They're playing.
That's why I would still buy it because it's my hang up. That's not. My son doesn't have them limitations. He just knows he wants a Barbie doll. What the fuck is the problem? There's no implications until you don't know what the child's gonna be like later on in life. You just don't know. They just like what they like. That's how kids are.
I'm buying a Barbie doll. That would be, I don't know.
I don't specifically.
I don't know. I can't be vague, man.
I don't know how comfortable I would be.
I'm not
like,
comfortable
all right, son,
with it,
I'm
but
just
that's
gonna,
your hang up.
So
I'm just gonna get you this blonde Barbie.
That's your hang up. What about that would make him gay?
That's one thing
I
want to keep.
But
that's the whole context. That's the whole context.
That's
more gender than him being gay.
That's the whole context of this conversation.
You don't really have any.
But that is a gender role thing. Now, if we had somewhere,
that's a gender role thing that we have been.
Can your boy get the point out?
Yeah, go ahead.
If I'm somewhere and my son is playing, and they're playing with Barbies or whatever, and they're just like playing, I'll be like, okay, they're having a good time. Me actually being in the store and like he'd be like, I want this Malibu Barbie doll. I'll be like, okay, how about we come over here to the Stormtroopers?
But yeah,
or how about if I gave you Ren from Star Wars, the female character?
What if he's just insistent? He's like, no G.I. Joes. I hate those guys, but her, I want her.
The female G.I. Joe character? I'm fine with that too. Like Barbie specific?
Yeah, you want Barbie.
I don't know about that one, man. That would be a hard sell for me.
I would reluctantly do it.
Yeah? I don't know. She might get down with your mama.
I would reluctantly do it.
These are the things that we, as our society, especially our community, it has been drilled into us so deeply that even though we understand the nuances of those gender roles and how we were taught them, we still adhere to some of those hangups. We do.
Well, and I think it's mostly presentation, though, on the Barbie tip. Because it's super pink. The font is more of the girlish type.
Also, maybe your fear of making your son gay will be so permeated in your relationship that he'll be curious about it anyway. You don't know what set kids on that path.
That part.
Yo, staunch. No.
Yeah. So that's my thing. Like, why would you make a big deal out of it?
Exactly.
Because if you do, then you don't really know how your kid feels about it anyway.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't like go off on him, but I would try to. Like, hey, what about one of these or one of?
Maybe.
But if he definitely like a no, like no, this is what I want.
He's adamantly Barbie.
I can't have nothing else. I'd be like, damn, son, like this is really the one.
We gotta see where it goes.
Right, I guess.
Well,
You know,
my
maybe
response
it's just a toy like any other toy.
And man, all I know, he got the head off in the room. He throwing it in the
Exactly. Trash. Like any other toy you get for your kid.
And my response to that, to me, what was a bad example to try to combat that from my partner that responded to that on my Facebook was that completely a false equivalency to me, because if you think about young kids, especially the age that we're probably talking about, which is Fisher Price range.
Yeah. That 3 to 5.
The 3 to 5 range, typically, we're talking about things that they would have exposure to or be around or something to mimic, which would most likely be them watching their parents cook or participate in the kitchen, which would be more likely that they would take an interest in that rather than fucking fashion designing where your 5-year-old or 3-year-old wants a Barbie doll to be a fashion designer type of shit. You were just saying this to make that conversation like you don't understand nuance. Like, well, if you don't get a kitchen, you might as well get a Barbie doll because you make him a little girl. Type of situation.
And it's ignorant because the kitchen is for everybody.
Really? I get down in the kitchen. You feel me? I get down.
They had to learn how to cook at a young age.
Got down.
Too.
I was in there.
I was feeding kids.
Honestly, like I didn't realize that you could. Like I have my own tricks and stuff, but
I get down too.
I didn't realize that you could cook like that and like, man, y'all making whole ass burgers. I need to rethink my whole idea of what you can cook in the kitchen. It's not just microwave and.
But they'll give you the exception if you're grilling some shit though.
Right.
A man can grill.
You're allowed to. You're allowed to.
A man can grill, but you cooking though.
But don't be in the kitchen.
Right. But don't be in the kitchen.
Don't be in the kitchen.
I make some fire ribs in the oven. What you talking about,
bruh?
I do whatever.
Because we still have that conception, that misconception that the kitchen is where the woman belongs, and that men don't belong in the kitchen. So you giving your son a kitchen set is trying to give him a female role or inspire him to do a female role, which to me is preposterous.
But then they also say the way to a man's heart is through his stomach.
I believe that.
But a nigga will fall for anything a bitch will put in front of him. Because nigga don't know how to cook.
Because the nigga don't know how to cook.
If he learn how to cook, then you won't be bamboozled out here.
And check this out. So many of these modern women don't want to be in the kitchen or cook a meal because they want to go and get their career and be out there. They don't have time to do that. Why the fuck would you handicap your child to not have an interest in or foster that interest in cooking for themselves from a young age?
I actually have pity for people who don't know how to cook. I actually feel bad for them. I'll be like, man, you don't cook anything? They'd be like,
you gotta eat out all the time?
These are people who seem adamant to not, like, flesh out their lives at all. I'd be like, man, you can't make a grilled cheese. You can't, like all they can make is grilled cheese. They can pour cereal. And I'd be like, man, you ain't never made spaghetti?
I got DoorDash.
Like, yeah, like Uber you can't, like if everything else went down, your life will be shit because you don't even know which cooking is chemistry. You can't even do basic chemistry.
I mean, you ain't using amino acids and all kind of other.
Yes, the fuck you are.
Oh, was that a you alive?
You alive.
You alive.
I gave y'all.
But now we gotta look it up and you gotta take a shot if it's wrong.
That's so vague. Are amino acids used in cooking? I guess amino acids are broken down in cooking.
Y'all, how y'all both know what amino acids were? Like off the top of y'all, I was just talking. I was legit just talking.
Well, that's what this show is for.
It really is. Keep you honest.
Just be talking.
You can't just say stuff and make things up.
I was making a jokey joke, a little jokey, like Martin was like, no.
Aminos are culinary seasonings. Liquid aminos are culinary seasonings. That
soy sauce?
and taste. This is just a Google read. You want me to click on a article?
Liquid aminos. Amino acids definition.
Look, it says what food has amino acids.
Aminos are amino acids, Chris. There's no other context in which amino is used.
I'm looking at what's on there. You feel me?
Liquid aminos. Liquid aminos.
I'm reading the thing.
Liquid aminos. They're aminos. Okay, but I didn't know this either. That look and taste similar to soy sauce. They can be made by fermenting coconut sap with. Ooh, I think we might have barely got away with this one, Sherman.
Now, if you go down,
What food has amino acids? Click on that one.
Essential amino acids that are destroyed by cooking.
Click on the one that says what
up.
food. Go up.
What are liquid? Which one? Which one?
Right
What
there.
food has an amino acid? Quinoa.
Never
eggs,
had it. Okay.
Turkey. Cottage cheese.
Ugh.
Mushrooms.
Okay.
Fish. Legumes.
Legumes.
legumes are beans and peas
Okay,
and shit.
well, me and Sherman know that organically amino acids are in fucking everything. I think that was why we called you out. Yeah, amino acids are an organic thing that are in life and
Are they destroyed during?
Some of them are.
A better example would have been, well, I don't know. You ain't using.
Don't do it, Chris.
What's a chemical? I
can't
don't
even
know.
think of one.
I don't even. What's a chemical?
Boron? Let's go with that. I don't think boron is used in cooking if y'all want to call me out on that one, but I'm pretty sure nobody's seasoning their shit with boron.
Sodium phosphate.
Yeah.
That's
sodium phosphate.
That's in cereal.
That's
Really?
salt, isn't it?
Trisodium
Well,
phosphate.
sodium is salt,
trisodium.
but phosphate is like phosphorus.
Yeah, I seen a video, dude, talking about they use that shit in plaster for walls.
Nigga, either way,
right,
it sounds.
we
the more we talk about this, the more
Anyway.
cooking sounds like chemistry to me.
All right, well, I'll put up a screen share.
As much as everything is chemistry.
Man, but yeah, you guys, amino acids are in cooking because amino acids are a biological product. So we're gonna move on from
That was a joke. I was just throwing some shit out there.
Alright, said it, here we go.
That's fine. That's fine. I'll take it because the show needed a you a lie, I guess.
And Chris wanted a shot.
And my son can have a fucking
And
kitchen
you can have
set.
a kitchen set because I would
If he
be glad-
want it.
All my children are going to learn how to cook.
And I
right?
know he
I need
wants
you to know that my son can scramble. He's 9 years old and he can scramble
Continuity.
eggs on the stove right now. Which that's fine.
Continuity.
You can do that. Continuity. So
Yes.
I think that's okay. I think that's perfectly fine, right?
I
a
think
kitchen
so.
set? We tripping over a kitchen set? I can see if your son was like doing drag at 3,
Right?
You know, and then maybe if you're
Even then,
anti,
it's not doing drag because to
what
the
I'm
kid,
saying,
he's just trying on
getting
clothes.
addressed.
It's how you
But
cultivate it, right?
I'm not
That's
saying
what I would
that
say.
that would bother me, but I would understand why somebody who's homophobic would jump out at that.
Or at least uncomfortable with it.
But a kitchen set.
You gotta be scared of
A
gays.
kitchen set? Yeah. Like, you don't gotta be, like, yeah, I don't really have a problem with that, but if you're gonna be alarmed about something that trends into, like, it should be a little more gay than cooking.
I would agree.
I don't think cooking
If I saw my son in a dress in his room when I walked by, I'd be startled. I'd be like,
the
"Whoa."
word gay, which is a very vague term for it, it's not effeminate to cook. It's not effeminate to cook.
It's
not.
really
It is
not.
not effeminate to cook.
It is
Everybody cooks. Everybody cooks.
Everybody
Since the beginning of
should know
time.
how to cook.
Yes, everybody cooks. Everybody should know how to cook. But I'm saying, like, gender-wise, it is not that big of a discrepancy as you think it is.
No.
Men like to cook too because, like, when you're alone,
'Cause men have
there's
to
a certain, there's a certain amount of men who don't want to have shitty food and don't want to go out to eat every night. They're gonna learn how to cook. There are men like that.
Self-determined men.
Not only that, nigga, as long as you
Self-starters.
single, if you depending on somebody else to cook your food, nigga, you gonna always be hungry or spending money.
Also, knowing how to cook is a good way to attract a woman as well. Like, if
I was
you
just
can
finna
cook,
say,
women love that
that's
shit.
the way to a woman's heart too is through her
I was about to say,
stomach.
everybody
nigga.
like good food. Yeah, thank you.
People like to eat.
And if your shit tastes good, they gonna come back.
They gonna come back.
Probably been going for a minute. What you on?
Yeah, we was at the end of it.
Yeah, let me know in the comments, man. If your son came up and asked you for a kitchen set or show interest in the kitchen set at a young age, would you get them one or would you be like, nah, that's for girls. You can get a grilling set. I don't know, some weird ass toxic shit. But let us know in the comments. I'm done with this.
Yeah, same here. We can wrap it.
I'm curious.
Wrap this shit up.
With the
There you
people.
go.
Oh, I missed my cue. Next topic is the NBA. I think my team is again Golden State Warriors, man. I'm back on the bandwagon. They lost this past game, the last one I saw, to the Phoenix Suns, who are also hot, coming off their NBA Finals debut for after however long. I'm trying to say my facts real poignantly and real precisely because niggas is really hating on me lately.
You just be talking.
I done took a whole lot of you lies in the last couple weeks.
One bad episode, now you scared.
So I'm trying to make sure I say they've been to the finals before, but it has been a while since Phoenix got there. But they Golden State lost to them, but Steph Curry, man, that boy back.
Yeah, he is.
Let me not call him boy. That man back.
Well, actually, his streak has been kind of fucked up by people trying to lock him down just a little bit.
He's a focal point right now.
He's a focal point.
But Jordan Poole is playing really well.
Yeah.
Otto Porter's playing well. They got to play with people stepping up.
I won't. Yeah, continue, man. Continue framing, and I'll
I was ready to have a conversation. But
okay.
It's just real. Like, I'm liking what Steph Curry doing. He's back in the MVP form. I'm just making my bid right now. I'm rocking with Golden State this year.
Well, before we continue on with that Steph Curry point, let me.
For the year. I was rooting for him back when they was winning, but so I'm back. I'm back in.
Let me
I'm
also
back engaged.
that there's a trade room. Remind me to talk about those.
We'll get in. We'll get in.
We can go in on Steph. We can go in on who
we can talk about the Warriors. We can make our picks for the year. I don't know.
We can go in on Steph, and we can talk about who looks really good right now. Sherman, you really got to start watching some ESPN clips. I'm not calling you out. I'm just saying, like, as I would with the NFL stuff, like you got to catch these NBA clips that we drop so that you can know who stands where.
That he dropped.
But no, go ahead.
Because I don't be dropping.
But so the Warriors are looking great.
That's
right
my
now.
if we getting so bold to make early season predictions.
Yeah.
I'm rocking with the Warriors for the
Warriors
season.
are looking really good right now. Their team looks really good, and they don't even have Clay.
1-2 out the West.
I don't know how Clay's going to look coming back, but I have a feeling
Clay and Wiseman.
I have a feeling that Clay is going to he's been probably very diligent about his rehabilitation. And he's going to be very careful out on the court. And also, as 3-point shooters, he's a physical player, though. So we don't really know how that's going to translate. But hopeful.
I think out of the way he plays the game, his ability to be able to come in, fit in where he fit in, not miss a beat on defense, get up quick shots, need the ball to.
We'll see. He's had an ACL tear.
Not need the ball in his hand. But I'm just based off how he plays. If he comes back to, like, all this is, I guess, should have been said. But
if he can constantly jog on the court, he'll be
if he can get back to what he was, which was a good defender, somebody that didn't. Can I get it out?
I'm sorry. I'm trying to punctuate, but I'm just.
But he can get back to the form that he was in, and he can get up the shot like he did, like without having to put the ball on the court, not having to eat up a lot of ISO ball like that. He can get in and not mess up what the Warriors already have going, which is a solid play from Steph, great play defensively, and as quarterback from Draymond. You got good assists from Jordan Poole, Otto Porter, all these boys is out there playing right now, balling. That's why they 18-3. They lost to the Suns, like I said. They play again today. Oh, damn.
Who else they lose to?
I'm not too sure.
They've been on a 17-game streak, right?
They've been dogging. Yeah.
Matter.
The Suns? Yeah, they look good too. Chris Paul, not what he was, but still effective. Aiton has come into form.
Not what you were.
Chris Paul gonna be solid but come playoff time.
Yeah, not what you were physically doesn't matter if you come on a team and the team all of a sudden becomes a top playoff contender.
His mind is gonna forever, like Jason Kidd, really. Like Jason Kidd played late.
But has he been a good coach though? Like, I think Chris Paul could be a good coach. I don't think Jason Kidd was really taking over teams like Chris Paul, LeBron James.
I mean,
people like that.
Jason Kidd was a coach he was a coach on the court, but he's like what 5-6 years into coaching. I mean. Let him. I mean, he's still young as a coach.
5-6 years. How much time you need, man? What about Eric Spoelstra, man? That nigga got him first. I don't know.
And he also got like championship experience. He got deep experience. Not a lot of coaches get first
as a player.
Eric Spoelstra?
No, Jason Kidd. Well,
yeah, that's what I mean.
Now has championship.
Early on, when his first few times, he had LeBron. Like he was getting to the finals in his first career, like his first season as a coach.
Yeah, but LeBron was getting into the finals.
Exactly, but he was there as the coach, having to do coach responsibilities. That matters.
It does matter, but this other team don't got LeBron.
I agree.
Right? Or Jason.
That's what I'm saying. He's going to have more looks.
He doesn't have a LeBron.
He's going to have more. This is what I'm saying. I think we're saying the same thing.
Yeah, but I think the comparison, like Jason Kidd compared as a coach, like I don't really think he's that great of a coach. I just don't think.
Did I say he was? I didn't think he was.
Anyway. I didn't
think he was.
You dropped him in there when I
as a player.
I think my point was that I think that if Chris Paul ended up being a coach, he'd definitely be far and above beyond Jason.
Oh yeah, that was the comparison. Yeah. They just both played really late into the career and was effective on the teams that they were on because of their mind. Because they're so good at basketball. Their IQ was so high.
Kidd, he's an assist machine, but he's not a floor general.
You would lie. I don't even know how you would lie that.
Yeah, that's just you can say I disagree.
I disagree because I do.
I know we can prove that. You know what? Somebody in the comments, if y'all want to drop down the history of Chris Paul and
Jason Kidd,
but I don't think we got enough time for that shit.
But yeah, that's probably gonna be. I'm still going. You still Spurs heavy? I'm still going with the Warriors. That's my pick.
That's my team. I just.
But that's who you rolling with?
I ain't rolling with nobody.
So, honorary mentions. We talked about the Suns who look amazing and lost Devin Booker while they were playing Golden State and still beat Golden State.
Aiden's nice, man. Aiden's nice.
They're playing again tonight. We're missing a game
for the game.
We're missing a game almost as we speak. The game is on at 8 minutes. But they playing again tonight. Who else looks good? The Bucks. I mean, you can say the Bucks look good. I'm not, but the team that came to mind that I'm not. The
Bulls.
There, thank you.
Does Mar DeRozan in the mid-range game? Yeah, he's killing. Yeah. Lonzo?
The Bulls look really good.
Caruso, y'all be hating on Caruso, but he out here doing his thing. I think he's first in the league in steals.
And I
think he's first in the league in steals.
I think the development with the Lakers was important for him, and he was ready to break out because his role was so limited in the Lakers. Because he even said himself that he was only allowed to do so much.
Who, Caruso? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they definitely didn't want him back, which I think was alarming.
That's fine. Somebody else will pick him up.
And he went on with that attitude. Yeah. And he out here balling.
Somebody else will pick him up. Mm-hmm. He had when the fans like you take that to the bank.
Your game will speak for itself.
Take that to the bank.
I like what Memphis doing. Ja Morant and I don't even know the other kid. The big guy they got.
Is nasty, man.
The big guy they got too. He's nice.
I'm
Johnson
really not that deep
Jr.
in Memphis' team. I haven't liked Memphis since they had.
They solid though. They solid.
Yeah, they got a good.
I like the young core.
They make a little noise. They got a good leader. That's like if they lost Ja, they would be nothing. If Charlotte lost LaMelo, they'd be nothing.
I like Charlotte though because of LaMelo. Melo got swag, man.
Well, it's not just swag. He can back it. He's another Luka. He just knows what to do on the court. That's it. Same thing with Ja. He just knows to do on the court.
A lot of professional experience between Luka and LaMelo.
Yeah, LaMelo did get some pro experience, but what about Ja Morant, man?
Oh, he's just good. That boy is good.
His play is more aggressive than those two. So maybe there's a discrepancy there.
A little more smarter Russell Westbrook out here.
Smarter Russell Westbrook. He's not so dumb that he thinks that he can do everything on the court, but he will step up to your ass. He tried to bang on Hassan Whiteside. Anybody see that?
No back down.
Hassan barely stopped that shit, but
his career kind of
man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, the Heat though. Speaking of, the Heat look nice. Mm-hmm. I know he ain't on that team anymore.
They do look good, but they dropped out of that top, right?
Yeah. Did they?
I don't know, but they were up. I think they were up there competing with the Warriors before.
You consider Brooklyn dropping out too?
No, man, we got a long.
James ain't really look like himself though.
I mean, even the Lakers ain't out of it. We got a long season ahead of us.
Ooh, and it is 82 games.
James so quiet. He over there.
Yeah, he did.
What's up, man? I mean, do you have any input at all? Not even just
No,
none.
I mean, I thought I did, but I don't.
Not really.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's really not much to say. We're really just commenting on the state of the league and current events. Is there anybody else you like? Is there anybody you're rooting for? Anything like?
Any storylines at least? What about Ben Simmons?
Anything. And his, it really doesn't matter. Yeah, we know.
I was waiting for Brian to go into that.
Yeah.
His name keep popping up.
All right, so we'll bring up the trade room. I can't even remember, but it involves the Sixers, the Lakers, and
the Kings.
The Kings, and essentially Ben Simmons would go to the Kings. Russ will go to the Sixers. Buddy Hield will go to the Lakers. I think those are all the most important moving pieces, right?
Do you want Russell Westbrook?
Nobody wants. Well, I mean,
and people giving him a lot of slack, but his stats over these last few games.
Russell Westbrook is everything that they want from Ben. We don't care how bad you shoot, just shoot the damn ball. Well, Russ ain't got no problem doing that. Low key. Do it. And he's good at the rim. And Ben can go to the Sacramento Kings and be okay on a sorry ass team.
Hope for a rebuild.
Nope. No, I don't care about the Sacramento Kings, and I don't care about Ben Simmons.
He would hope from his perspective. He would hope for a rebuild.
For me, they all on the bucket. And then Russell the trade, they get Buddy Hield. He ain't gonna do nothing but his job, and LeBron gonna get
5 and 3s.
Yeah, 5 and 3s, and make them.
He makes 3s. He makes 3.
So I think that he's perfect. The Lakers don't need nothing but a role player, and what they thought they might get in Russell Westbrook was a role player who's a really, 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 really good role player. But no, he's never been a role player. He always has to be the center of attention.
In his defense, AD ain't really been playing like
AD. I don't think AD has lived up to his potential the whole time he's been on the Lakers.
He got that ring kind of slacking off. It looked like
he wasn't really that great before the ring. He's good. He had a lot of effort.
I think one of the greatest big men in the league right now at that time.
Right now. But I
don't know about right now. Yeah, I don't know about right now.
He should have been way, way better than what he is. Well, I feel like, but he's still
young and he can still grow and all that kind of stuff. But he ain't playing like with a sense of urgency like he.
Yeah, but what do you guys think? Do you think that would make those teams better? Do you think that's a good fit for all those trades?
I think for Ben Simmons, it probably plays out for what he wants the most. So
What about Russell Westbrook?
I think Russell Westbrook will probably feel slighted, especially going being able to go back home and play in LA, and them saying that you were here for however long their contract was. I think he'll probably be most devastated by the move. Buddy Hill probably be happy. LeBron probably be happier if they can get things turned around. Which I don't think moving Russ is the end all be all solution for their woes.
What about the Sixers? Do you think Russ going to the Sixers could make them more competitive?
Russ going to any team, I think, is a really potentially disastrous move. Because if you look at Houston, that didn't work. Wizards, that didn't work. Lakers are off to a rocky start. I just feel like he would be collateral damage in getting Ben Simmons out. Honestly.
There you go.
Can I just ask one question?
Go ahead.
Why is it with Russ, every time he goes to a team, it absolves all the other teammates or team players from their duties as team players?
Oh, we not absolving nobody. It's just
not you guys. I mean, in general, this seems to be the
I don't
rhetoric.
think there's any absolution.
There's a lot of blame goes around to Russ for these teams that he goes to, though, as if there aren't other supposed to be big hitters on these teams that get away with playing shitty. You brought up AD, which was the only thing that I was going to contribute. Was
I can give you an answer.
The fact that
because he's a point guard, it means he has the ball in his hands most of the time. That means that he can average 5 turnovers a game. That means he can get a quadruple doubles, and one of them doubles be a turnover. And he's done these things many times.
And
what that means is, go ahead.
I was just going to counter it like that. He left the Wizards last, and they're doing better now.
Yeah,
without him. So Houston isn't.
But the Lakers wasn't doing fantastic before him.
They weren't.
They didn't make. Never
but
mind.
They got LeBron. They got AD.
They didn't
you get a
do
piece
well
like Russell,
with
you
LeBron
think it would work.
year.
They were iffy, but when
there's some bad moves going on over there. Honestly,
the Lakers. I thought that.
I noticed a lot of,
but I don't really like LeBron like that.
They try to win now, and it's kind of backfiring on them.
I just always noticed that.
Yeah, and they won in the bubble, which nobody cares about, by the way.
I think Russ is an easy target though, because I think he gets a lot of praise from people for being the triple double thing and the king. I mean,
I targeted him while he was getting.
There's a lot of people that also see the bad side of his game. Like Brian said, you had a quadruple double with turnovers in the high teens. Like you doing.
Nobody was paying attention to the trends because they were wowed by his numbers. But I'm sitting here like, this nigga doesn't win. He don't win.
And you ain't getting.
He doesn't win.
Deep in the playoffs.
Shut his ass down. And Portland is not really a deep playoff team like that.
Yeah, they barely move forward in playoffs.
Barely move forward in playoffs. And he and Damian Lillard shut Russell Westbrook down. That lets you know right there that Russell Westbrook's game, no matter how aggressive he is lacking.
Should nobody else have to then step up to carry the rest of the team? I mean, it's not one versus 5.
If they can step up and fulfill Westbrook's role, he needs
not his role, their roles. I mean, just because if Westbrook is playing these types of games, that doesn't mean that everybody else gets to get off with shitty ass numbers for the season.
I don't think that's the case. It is
in the conversation.
The way Russell plays his game is taking away from the ability for everybody else to even fill those roles. Mm-hmm. Like if you drastically drive into the rim and getting wild turnovers, how am I even getting the opportunity?
Yeah, I'm just standing on the 3-point line doing my cut per play, and you decided to drive to the basket and try to dunk it, lay it up, or dump it off to somebody because you couldn't make it. Which those are his top 3 plays, by the way.
And at the end of the game, you may end up with a triple double, but it was kind of a hot mess, and y'all still lost.
Yeah. And you running around snatching rebounds from people who could have got it while you was doing a fast break. Like, he's not efficient. He's not high IQ, and that's the issue. So I don't know. We've covered it, but it's not that people are just using Russ as a scapegoat, because they're not. It's that he's clearly playing very badly, and he's one of the leading
his play ain't been that bad right now.
Now it hasn't. The last 8 games, he's been improving.
I think if you're gonna look at somebody there, AD is probably more of a, hey, why can't you get into your form?
Yeah, he should be somebody that Russ can dump the ball off to.
That pick and roll should be nasty between them two.
Yeah, they should be unstoppable. But AD, I don't know, man. I've been disappointed in him for like 4 years.
So I seen some low percentages from him. I ain't gonna quote him. But they was low.
Yeah. But that, I think that's. Oh, I'm over here turning my shit.
Is that all? Y'all can let us know in the comments, man, how Russ is doing. Lakers' future, who y'all picks may be for this NBA season. I'm going Warriors. I think the only one up here that picked one. But I'm gonna stick with the light skinned brothers out there in the Bay.
I'm not going against the Warriors. And I don't. You can pick them, but
So you choosing the Warriors to win it all?
Sherman was picking. He's picking them, and I'm kind of picking them too.
Yeah. There's teams out there.
Don't pick for me. I didn't pick nobody.
You just
to be determined.
No, I'm not. I said I'm not picking anybody.
Ever?
You're not picking them. You don't have favorites right now. Just currently.
Right now I don't. I haven't.
He said he hasn't done enough.
TBD.
We can tell you if me and Chris is betting on the Warriors it's because they look really, really good right now.
Yeah, but they did lose.
Suns look good.
But they ain't got their pieces back yet.
Suns look good too, but we ain't betting on them.
Y'all can let us know in the comments who y'all think gonna get there.
Yeah, tell us, man. Who are your favorites? Yeah, it's opinionated, so tell us.
Yeah, that's what it's about. But we get out of here. There you go. Make sure I hit my key.
All right, so I really
watched that show.
I really don't know how to frame this one because we got. This is just Brittany Renner being a whole ass mess.
We have talked about her before.
Mess. We talked about
Go back to them episodes.
Maybe we'll drop some cards. Maybe we won't.
You'll see if we do or not.
We talked about her
a few times. It's been reoccurring. But go ahead.
Yeah, maybe 3 or more times.
But she keep on talking.
Keeps on coming back. She keeps on coming back.
It's like Will Smith.
So I don't know how to do them in order, but I guess I'll do them in the order we watched them. So we ended up watching this video where she shows up to a room full of I don't know, how old are these guys?
Collegiate athletes?
Okay, they're collegiate athletes.
Wherever Deion Sanders is the football coach.
Deion Sanders, I presume.
17, 18, 19, 20, something.
Paid her to come speak like you would a motivational speaker. She paid her to come speak.
Yeah, speaker for sure, yeah.
And I don't know, maybe we'll drop the link in the video because I just don't understand how they even put motivational music behind this bitch talking. Okay? So she shows up in this room. And she got on this. It's not a peach suit. Is it peach? So it's a blend between peach and pink.
Yeah,
it's
salmon
almost like
maybe.
skin tone.
Skin tone. Yeah. It was almost as if they could imagine her naked. Probably was
kind of was then. Yeah.
And it's skin tight. She got her stuff on. She
the body popping. She got the hair laid. I
can't for the life of me. Can somebody tell me what she was saying because I just couldn't listen to her ass talk. Like what was she saying? She was basically saying.
She was, man, as you say it, it's like, man, she was talking about her perspective from the game, as Deion Sanders put it. So why women are out here trying to make these moves they're trying to get. So why they looking for security and what they expect a man to be able to provide and support and
I don't know.
And if you're not here to serve a point in a person's life, then you're useless. All her DMs is blue checks, so she only talking to people that are the high standard. You know what I mean? So if you ain't on some certain kind of time, you wasting her time.
Basically, what she said in go ahead, Sherman, before I sum it up. Go ahead,
she did also touch on the fact that most people want something from somebody whenever they meet them. So
I think the basis of her point wasn't wrong.
But what you want matters. But yeah, go ahead.
But what you want
it was one of those wrong messenger, right
type of situations. Yeah. Because I think everybody does at a certain, even if the basis is I want to get married and I want to have a family. If that's what you wanted before you even met the person, like you've been looking for that. You're hoping this person wants that too, and you guys can make that work. So I think to that point, we are kind of looking for something from somebody when we meet them. That's why love has conditions. That's why that unconditional love is only apparent through parents.
But the thing is it's about love though.
Love is important.
Is talking about. She's not talking about love. So she's talking about
licks.
Business
coming
deals.
Coming up, and she's talking about how hoes like to come up. If you are of no use to me, if you provide no value, then you are nothing to me.
Was it to try to make them strive to be better players so that they can somehow get with her? Was that the
No, I think Deion Sanders wanted her to come to teach them the type of woman to avoid. Like to how to peep the game.
Like let me show you how they're thinking, kind of.
Yeah. Because that was her main opening for that was why women like me look for dudes like y'all, or this is how the game works, or why we play this game with
so is she
athletes.
Counting on these dudes not listening to her while she talking?
A lot of them wasn't. You seen dude stand up, gave the standing ovation, bowing at the like he was in love.
Came through like she was smoke, bro.
Okay, so yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Just gave you
Martha
the bullet points of that conversation.
Yeah,
right?
what I call.
I think that was solid, and I think Dion was trying to make sure that they heard what she said when she said there's nothing but blue check marks, because I don't know if everybody caught that. And I kind of know what the blue check mark thing is. I just know what Brittany Renner about, so it don't matter to me what lingo she used. But yeah, the blue check mark thing was just like basically all the dudes in her DM got blue check marks.
They're verified.
Blue check mark is a status symbol on IG, so. So she getting paid. She getting paid probably just for sending people pictures. But on the flip side,
On the flip side of getting paid.
on the flip side, off from the side of this video,
Wait, are you moving on from this video?
You got something else?
Hey man,
Well, I think it's I just want to say it was really giving me Catholic priest preaching against what do you call that? Molestation vibes. Like I agree with some of what you're saying, but you probably not the best one to deliver this message, being
null and void.
You know, being you know.
The whole
That's
message.
how I was thinking the whole time. Like you know,
your whole message.
You know that we know that you know that we know, right?
Yeah.
Like,
don't fall for the game while I'm also giving you the game. Like, she's doing this with the ass basically out. You know what I'm saying?
Scouting your next young come up while you trying to teach them or tell them
not to fall
for girls like me.
Looking for the come up.
I swear to God, in my mind, I'm just having like a does not compute. Like I'm listening to this. I can't listen to this person when I'm looking at them. Like, I'm looking at her like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like Chris knew. Like I'm sitting here like, Jesus Christ, why are we listening to this bitch talk? I just couldn't understand. Like I don't care. I don't want to hear words she has to say. There's nothing you can do to inspire me because you're not an inspiring person.
But she getting the bag though.
Yeah, well, you know, Deion Sanders compared her a little bit.
In one breath, she's saying she getting the bag, and in the other breath, she's saying in that video that you was just talking about, she talking about how she living with her mama, and she ain't getting the money like that, and like so. I don't really know what to believe.
And people are hating and don't want her to succeed. Succeed at what?
That was
succeed at trapping niggas.
So moved into my new place today, y'all. When I tell you, I've been thugging, okay? Like, been living with my mom and my sister. It's me, my mom, my sister, my baby. I mean, because, you know, 2.5 months when I decided to leave, my baby was 2.5 months old. I didn't have anywhere to go. I didn't even have a car. I still don't have a car. I got rid of my car, you know, because, you know, empty promises, whatever, but, I've been thugging so hard, Beach. Beach, this has really been the hardest time of my life. And here I am. Because I thought somebody, right. Because, yeah. That to say, don't ever relinquish your independence for a relationship. Follow your dreams, not your boyfriend. A man is not a financial plan. Always have your own things. I honestly feel like since this situation, I don't think, even if I was married, I can't see myself not having my own house outside of the main house. Like, I would just have to have my own space. Maybe that will change with time, who knows. But also, it's crazy. Like, people, they want to see you fail. Oh, they want to see you fail. And when you don't, oh, they have no control over you. They can't do anything because all you fucking do is win. Like, God, this girl's still here? Because I thought somebody thought there was good. Yeah, I thought. You thought. We all thought. I want to say thank you to the people on all social media platforms that continue. God, don't cry. That continue to support me. Because this shit's a fucking privilege to have. I'm so fucking thankful. I swear to God, I see the world with a whole different set of eyes now. I really do. Thank you for the people who continue to support me despite the fuckery that I've had to endure after being lied on. Thank you to my real friends and my family that aren't yes men, that have my fucking back. Because that's about the only reason I have some of my sanity. Just thank you. And thank you to the universe for redirection. Thank God I didn't get what I thought I wanted. Because, okay, I'll take a few months of disappointment over a lifetime of disappointment. I forgot to add. Leave after the first lie. You know, people can change, but they rarely do. When people are lying about what they're lying about, ain't no fixing that. Ain't no coming back from that, bro. That's how you rockin'. If that's how you rockin', I ain't rolling. Last thing. A lot of people are afraid to leave relationships. Fear of missing out. Like, oh, I built this person up. You know, no one else is going to reap the benefits. I don't want to start over. I'm scared. Oh my God, who's going to want me? Especially as a mom. Because, you know, fucking moms, we're just shamed for everything. No one's going to want to be with you have a kid, you know? There's just fear of leaving. Fear of just looking stupid. The only time you look stupid is when you allow yourself to look stupid. You don't look stupid when something doesn't work out. And bitch, you've had enough. It doesn't even have to be, I had enough. It's, this doesn't work for me. We are not a match. We are not a vibrational match. And I'm going to be on my way. If anything, I'm smart, bitch. Because I don't have time to waste. My energy is sacred and I treat it as such.
They don't want me to succeed at trapping niggas.
Yeah, what is success?
I don't know if her checks didn't come in yet. She's saying she's not getting that $200K.
Said it was a lie.
Her baby is only 2 months old.
She called you a lie.
Her baby's only 2 months old.
Maybe that whole situation is, maybe the problem is, I'm just speculating, but maybe most couples who break up that are high status have been together longer. Maybe most couples who have broken up, the kids are a little bit older than 1 month, 2 months old. Mm-hmm. Maybe the court system peeped out that you dashed out after you got pregnant with this dude. Like maybe that got peeped out, and maybe that's why everything not working out perfectly for you. I think a lot of women, when they dip out of a relationship, I don't know what their agenda is, but there's more evidence of a relationship than what y'all had.
Yeah,
that's my
and they're usually counting on the government or the court system to support that transition. And
I think most women who are shooting to be a baby mama just end up being a baby mama, like Brittany Renner. Like, you just don't know the life that you decided to have. You went with the baby mama situation when you should have been shooting for the wifey situation. And then if you're shooting for the wifey situation, you might end up in the divorcee situation, which is better than the baby mama.
And now
situation.
You can talk alimony and whatnot.
Now you can talk alimony. Now you can talk child support.
You're playing the game wrong.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what he's saying. You're playing the game wrong.
That's all I'm saying. I think baby mama is a term that...
Or side bitch, like you were saying. Yeah. That ain't nothing but the advanced version of the side bitch is a baby mama. She gonna be around a little more.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a leech. That sounds like more of a leech than the leech. The side bitch. The side bitch can go. Eventually,
that's why I say it's the next level. If the side bitch can trap you with the baby, she
baby mama, she a bloodsucker.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's financial too, because if you got enough money, ain't no such thing as a side bitch, baby mama, all that bullshit. Yo, you pay your thing, you get your money, you shut the fuck up. Nobody ever find out I got this kid until they 25.
I couldn't live like that.
No, but there's a lot of rich people.
Yeah. If I had the money, who knows what I would live like.
If I had, that's true.
Nah, Mom, I'm playing.
I've never had that thought, but I guess you're right.
No, it's the truth. It's the truth. I came across a post I posted a long time ago. It said I can't wait to be able to afford who I really am, and that hit me so hard because y'all don't even know.
I don't even want to know who that person is.
I'm supposed to be stunting on you right now.
Yeah. I want to know who that person is. Know that guy. If my bare minimum barrier was not money, man, I would. Ooh.
What other struggles would you endure?
I think I'd be an asshole.
I'd welcome them.
At least you know you could tackle them a little better, right?
Yes. I'd take rich people problems or broke people problems.
I wouldn't censor myself anymore because I know everybody wants something from me. I'd just tell them immediately what I thought off the top of my head. Everybody.
I hit you with a quick note.
Yeah.
Or a slow note.
Chris will do that right now. I can't imagine rich Chris. Chris will be like, don't even call my phone.
Man, I'm having a whole white lady to answer my phone.
Yes, hello? But man, we're not even that deep in this. It's kind of cut and dry. But I mean, do you guys have anything to add with Brittany? We've covered her three, 4 times. It feels like.
To me, it's just interesting to see her
the evolution of the whole entire process.
Yeah, just the evolution of
from Instagram, Megathot to baby mama of NBA player.
To stepdaddy season.
Stepdaddy season.
Fucking.
She winning on the 200,000, getting that lick.
This bitch tried to spin her
Living with her mama.
situation every kind of which way a bitch could spin it. And she looks good too. And she not fooling nobody. That's the problem. She trying to spin all of this. She tried to do that stepdaddy season shit. She tried to sit here and talk about how she don't regret it or whatever. But at the end of the day, you see her in these last two videos that we showing y'all, which is her complaining about how broke she is.
Now that's an official one.
And then you see another video of her getting paid to do a motivational, quote unquote, speech for Deion Sanders and a bunch of college boys who want to fuck her.
Right.
It just does not look like where you wanted to be in your life, Brittany Renner.
It
seems like you should be receiving your alimony checks and your child support checks and just living your life and, sitting in your pool drinking.
That was the plan.
Pina coladas, right? Or something.
Yeah, that was the plan.
That's how it was supposed to.
So
she even said in that post, like she didn't want to be 29 and having to host a club event or something like that, or
right
fresh off
after having a baby.
Like, yeah, this is the life you in.
Can we do a moral of the story here? Because here's my moral, you guys. The moral of the story here is that being a baby mama is not a goal.
Or a job.
You don't want to be nobody's baby mama. You're nothing. You nobody. All you got is they kids. And who knows how far that'll stretch.
Hard,
that's
but it's
insane.
That is.
Why would you shoot to be somebody's baby mama?
And that's it, though. Like, that's the goal.
You talking to somebody who's delusional enough to think that niggas are shooting to be stepdaddies.
Yeah, it's not like that.
But you don't ask yourself why.
Not saying you shouldn't, you can't want to have a baby with somebody, but like your goal is to be
and then
a baby mama.
You're less of a prospect for the next nigga.
But regardless of what, just in this category, I want to have a baby by somebody that's making this kind of money, has this kind of home, and yada yada. That was the thing. That was it. It didn't matter who the person was, as long as they hit these boxes.
I blame niggas like 50 Cent. Have a baby by me, bitch, be a millionaire, whatever that shit is.
Yeah, I hear you.
Bitches took that and soaked it in.
He's not giving you
They
millions.
soaked it in. They said, ooh, I'm going to have a baby with him, and I'm going to get that child support, and that's a check. I'm winning. I'm in my bag. No, what you in is in single parenthood. That's what you in.
Yeah, you broke.
Sorry.
With a life that's going to need the nurturing and the catering and the discipline.
Man, now you got a whole ass human being that you didn't think about while you was making all these decisions.
And you still trying to host a club.
Still trying to host the club.
Because how else you gonna make no money? That's literally what she's saying. Like, I have no other way to make money. And like, I gotta show my ass and go to the club, and my baby gotta eat. Like, that's your only options because you have no skill.
What about the kids, man? What about the kids? We sitting here saying baby mama, and the key word is not mama. The key word is baby.
Kids.
It's the baby. Like, y'all, number one, you not getting no money.
It's the baby.
Not duh, but the.
We had the problem already. But yeah, your child is now in this fucked up situation that you created because you wanted to have money. And I don't think even having the money that you thought you would get out of this situation would fix the fucked upness that your child perceives it from. Like, that's my problem. So there's just so much dysfunction in the whole thing that she's doing, and then she's trying to recover from it by doubling down, and using it as a platform, and it's not working. I don't think it's working.
Because life is trying its best to humble this motherfucker, and she, instead of being humble and saying, I fucked up. Mm-hmm. I tried to run this game on a nigga, and it didn't work out the way I wanted to.
She has a persona now. She has a persona now.
Now she has to live up to it. Now she has to be the entertainer.
Instead of character development. I mean, it's important on any show, anything you've ever watched that we thought was good. You see the progression. Like, this could be a learning experience for her. It could be playing out differently if she wanted it.
It could be.
If she wanted it to. But you trying to get back into them habits that got you where you were. But now it just looks
leaning into it.
The optics of it look a lot.
Vegeta had more character development than this bitch after he had Trunks and married Bulma in fucking Dragon Ball.
And he didn't really go that far.
Yeah.
And this nigga was a monster.
But he did have to switch it. He couldn't go around blowing up planets.
But that's what I'm saying. He was a monster. He was literally destroying shit and evolved into. This bitch is still at Dragon Ball Z Saiyan saga Vegeta. She's still there.
We in the Cell saga, and she's still at that Vegeta.
I'm sorry.
She back in the club.
She's still there. Her power level has not grown.
It has.
Deep anime reference.
Sorry, it really was.
Blow by blow. No, we haven't.
But however long soon is.
But still, it almost feels like she's fighting, not us. She's fighting herself on this I need to maintain my image, but I'm really suffering the consequences of my actions. But I can't let them see that because I'm going around to these podcasts. Yeah. I'm sitting on. She done been to fucking academic show. She done been on Kevin Samuels show.
Everybody want to have sex with me. You know what I'm saying? Like I got on.
She been on Kevin Samuels.
Yeah, doing all of these sit downs where she's trying to. I'm explaining the game and showing how I'm a winner and how I'm a boss bitch and all this shit. But when she's by herself,
when a man invites you with your reputation, if a man invites you on the show, you need to really be wary because he's using you as a warning thing. He's not advertising you.
She's a narcissist.
That was views for them.
She's a narcissist, so in her mind,
she thinks, well, if it has to do with me, I'm gonna get what I want.
All attention,
she's thinking, I'm Brittany Renner. Y'all know me. That's why I'm here because I'm Brittany Renner.
And to Chris's point, and to my point, when she walked into that room, all them dudes was cheering and they don't really care what she has to say.
Bro, she had a post talking about, I would love the chance to meet or to sit down with the fucking Brent. Leave me alone. You don't talk to me like that. Now all of a sudden you hear me twice. That can't be moving.
It's okay. We won't call it. It's fine.
Anywho, I forgot what I was saying.
Or he wants to stay true to the tagline. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I forgot what I was saying.
Me too.
Me as well.
Oh, she was saying she would love to sit down with Corinne Steffens, a.k.a. Super Goat. Y'all remember her, Super Goat. She didn't give hand to like
Goat?
All the fucking main rappers, and then she was a big video. She was sexy as hell too. I watched a few of her videos. That used to be one when the internet was new. I was still typing in Superhead, or Superhead. Yes, but the difference is. First of all, from my knowledge, she wasn't running around getting pregnant with these niggas and boasting her business out like that. Well, she did write a book
through the mouth
and released a fucking memoir and a book about all these fucking rappers and shit. But she was not doing what Brittany Renner is doing, which is making herself like kind of like a laughingstock or the face of her actions.
The face
Superhead became the face of her actions because of niggas who was talking.
Nobody's been dubbed Super
Not
Pussy.
because she was going around talking about,
She's the face of entrapment right now. Like you trapping in the face of being over 20 something.
You are the enemy
going to
all
college
men right now.
And trapping these young men. That's what she's the face of.
And the young ones want to fuck you and they still don't want to keep you. So
which is what academics was saying to her, which was why he said you a side piece. Because all these niggas you say was smashing, none of them wanted to keep you.
You're not even a girlfriend.
And you want to inspire young females who repeat this stupid shit. I be seeing young girls repeat this shit. And I be like, girl, I remember you was in pigtails.
The Fresh and Fit chick doing the same thing. But like a different level, but...
Yeah. Brittany Renner hit up Fresh right now. He be simping the fuck out of that and then trying to justify it.
Yeah, but like she on a different level, I think.
Than them?
Than the chick was.
Oh, for sure. She wished she was Brittany Renner, which is sad.
Than the chick was.
Which is sad. That's terrible.
The one that was on Seeking Arrangements?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I bet Brittany's on there too.
She doing a low level of what Brittany did.
I found out that there is a whole dating site for millionaires out there, bro.
Why shouldn't there be?
Of course there is, because there's a whole different level of woman for millionaires to buy. Why wouldn't there be a site for millionaires
not to buy. I mean a dating website.
Yeah.
Where you could only date millionaires.
If the Christians can mingle, why can't the rich folk?
They already kind of own the world.
Sound like loose prostitution. Anyway, I don't know. Well, I mean, we 20 minutes in on this one, actually.
God damn, for no reason.
Do this. It's all cuttable, but leave it down in the comments below. Is Brittany Renner a ratchet asshole, or is she a business mogul?
Or is she
in inspiration or is she in desperation? Just let us know in the comments below.
Oh, I like that.
That was nice.
Inspiration or desperation? Well, y'all, this has been another episode of You Alive.
You Alive.
Yeah, I know we talked about Brittany Renner crazy ass again. Fucking the NBA out there. You feel me? And we also talked about getting young boys kitchen sets.
Did it with no issue. No issues.
So, I hope y'all enjoyed the content. Feel free to like, share, subscribe.
Yes, please.
Ring that fucking little bell that I always forget about every time so you get notifications every time we upload. It's not always gonna be episode. It might be some little fun stuff in between. But
that you don't probably want to see. You don't want to miss that.
We appreciate everybody that's been supporting us, rocking with us.
Yes.
And after we get our Patreon up, and folks that subscribe to that, we gonna be doing shout outs and gifts and prizes to folks that subscribe and participate.
And y'all will see the pure, unadulterated, unedited craziness that goes on in the ULI studio.
Some of the raunchiest shit we say. It's you just gotta pay for it.
Yeah, and
it's
y'all won't hot
for TV.
It's too hot for the tube.
Too hot for the tube. But yeah. So we appreciate everybody that's been rocking with us, and anybody that wants to follow us outside of these shows, these conversations, to keep it going, you can check us out on Discord. Yeah. You can check us out on our Instagram, our Facebook. We got all personal handles. I mean, you can find me at all my stuff at Sir D's. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, MySpace still. I was just found out. I'm still on MySpace.
Apparently, he restored the password and everything. He's in there.
Yeah, I'm in there. So, follow me. Chris, where can they find you?
Y'all can find me on Instagram, Seaboard Designs, doing all my graphic stuff there. Y'all can hit me in the DMs. We need logos, flyers, web designs. Just got a website launching. Should be launching soon. We'll see what really happens. But follow me on Seaboy Designs. Highlight it. I'm right there.
And your boy B Dana.
Yes. You can troll me.
Trolling
at BDana24 on Twitter. If you don't feel like trolling me, you can watch me game passively on Mind of Cal or Your Game Name Slame, aka Yogama Nama Slama. Or you can add me on Snapchat at Slightwork, and you'll spell it differently in wherever Chris puts that.
And let's not forget. If you ain't snapping it, ain't happening himself. You know what I'm saying? Our brother Maury.
J-Mac,
we planning on celebrating his birthday with him this week. I know we did some birthday shots for the last episode, but we're going to turn up with him for
wish him happy birthday on the Instagram when we go. We probably go live or post some stuff in the reels or whatever. So shoot him a happy birthday in that. Was that J_Will. Josh_Will 15 on Snapchat. J Will R6.
Is it J_Will on
J_Will R6 on Instagram.
On Instagram.
Look, see, cuz we got it.
Bam.
We got it.
Bam. Like clockwork. They gonna find you in them social streets. You feel me?
But yeah, be on the lookout for us, man. We plan to keep bringing y'all content, try to spice it up and keep y'all engaged. Like I said, man, look for us every week. And this has been another episode of You Alive.
You Alive.
Yeah, we out of this.
There it is, man.